fancy kimbap. A couple weeks ago, I asked you guys if you wanted me to show you how to make fancy kimbap, and the overwhelming majority of you said yes. We're going to start with chunky kimbap, and no, I could not find a better name for this. I'm not going to show you how to prep all of the fillings. I'm actually going to show you how to assemble chunky kimbap. If you want the full recipe for this kimbap, as well as 3 other fancy schmancy kimbap, you can head over to my blog. But as you can see, we have some carrots. I'm also julienning some daikon radish, seasoning some boiled spinach. Yeah, I bet you never knew that boiled spinach could look so sexy, but sesame oil makes everything sexy, including yourself. You should slather it all over your body. Just kidding. But you should definitely put some on your carrots. Once you finish prepping all of your filling ingredients, you're going to put your bamboo mat on your work surface, and you're going to place your seaweed sheet shiny side down. Okay. First filling ingredient, sauteed 당면 or vermicelli. Then we're going to add some Korean omelet or 계란말이. Next up is that sexy spinach, and then some 단무지 or yellow pickled radish, some plant-inspired bulgogi or Korean barbecue steak, and of course the sauteed carrots. You may be wondering, where's the rice in this kimbap? Pap means rice. You're actually going to shape it into a chunky log, hence the name chunky, and place it over your ingredients. Take a couple of those errant rice kernels and smear it over the top to act as your glue. My dad actually used to call glue rice and rice glue. And then you're going to roll it and pray to the gods that it doesn't tear or rip apart like it often does. And if it does, it's totally okay. You can always double up on the seaweed sheet at the very beginning, add some of that delicious sesame oil, and cut the roll up into 1/2 inch thick pieces. There you have it, chunky kimbap at your service. These kimbap were insanely delicious, and they taste more delicious if you pack them in a small container like this. Look at how beautiful they look. They look like gems, like jewels. Now that we've finished chunky kimbap, it's on to spiral kimbap. I know I'm really bad at coming up with names, but you know, they're very accurate. Okay, so today we are going to use some baked tofu cutlet, and I already know what you're asking. What's baked tofu cutlet? Just go to the grocery store and ask for baked tofu cutlet, and if you can't find that, use super firm tofu, and if you can't find super firm tofu, use extra firm tofu, and then drown it in beet juice. That is beet juice, not something else. That is beet juice. That is how we achieve pink tofu. Now, you're gonna wanna take a screenshot of this fully prepped platter of swirly spiral kimbap filling ingredients, but don't worry, I will give you that chance later on. As you can see, we have many of the same players from our chunky kimbap, including the 계란말이, the sexy spinach, the sauteed carrots, the 단무지, and of course the sauteed vermicelli. And you can see there our pink tofu. All right, get ready. Screenshot! Okay, with so many ingredients, we're gonna need an extra long sheet of seaweed. So we're gonna paste 2 sheets together, actually 1.5 sheets together to create an extra long sheet of seaweed. Then we're gonna place our rice literally all over that extra long sheet. Look at how beautiful that looks. And then we're gonna put a standard sized sheet over that, and we're going to layer our ingredients exactly in the same order as the screenshot you took before. That is why I told you to take a screenshot, and aren't you glad you listened to me? And basically, all of the ingredients should make up the exact size of that standard sized sheet of seaweed. Many S's in this video. And then you're going to roll it up gently. You're going to use your fingers, make sure to wash your hands, kids, to keep all of the ingredients from falling out so that you get a beautiful spiral. Once you cut into it, of course, add that sesame oil and then cut in. Look at how pretty that is. That looks like a game of like Bejeweled. Is that a game? What is that game that everybody plays on their phone? You guys know what I'm talking about. Look at how pretty that is. I'm telling you guys, if you want to be in your own Korean drama, you need to make these kimbap and then pack them like this and then bring them to your honey, to the person that you want to make fall in love with you. This is better than a love potion, guys. You guys know that I'm joking and that I will not accept any liability should you attempt to use these kimbap as a love potion. Heart kimbap. You have to stop judging me for the naming convention. Okay, we're gonna use some perla leaves or genyip, which you probably don't have, so you can just use spinach, some just egg. We're gonna add that to our rice. Then we're gonna take our 계란말이. And before you ask, 계란말이 is Korean omelet, and you can find multiple videos of me making 계란말이, and we're gonna slice it at a bias like that. We're gonna put the slanted edges together, and then it's gonna create, you guessed it, a heart. This is the trickiest part of all of these kimbap, so let's go through that slowly. You're going to cut it lengthwise at a bias. You're going to create 2 slanted edges. Then you're going to flip them over and press the slanted edges together like this. And then you're going to see a heart. I promise. A standard sized seaweed sheet is going to be too large. As you can see, it's already too long for your heart log or your kiramari heart log. So you're going to place it like that open and you're going to cut around it. There should be about 1 inch on the top and the bottom so that you can place it around your heart. And now you can definitely see the heart. You're going to fill that V at the top of your heart with a little bit of that rice. This will help when you roll it. And then you're going to place that log, if you will, it looks like a heart-shaped cigar or something, over your standard sized sheet of seaweed. And again, you're going to cut it so that it's not too long. Then you're going to put some rice over the top of it, pretty much to, I would say, 80 to 90%. You're going to place that heart-shaped cigar in the center and just roll all around it until you reach the top. Make sure to give it a good squeeze every now and then so that you're getting a very nice and tight roll before you add your sesame oil. And then once again, cut into 1/2 inch thick pieces. Oh my gosh, look, there's the heart. It's so pretty. Okay, now that we have a yellow heart kimbap, we're gonna do the pink heart kimbap using our pink tofu cutlets that we made earlier for the spiral kimbap. We're basically just going to do the same thing. You're going to cut the tofu cutlet with biases in both the center and the corner because the cutlet is not rounded, unlike the kiramari. And then you're going to create a pink heart cigar again. You're going to make sure that your nori sheet is the right size by measuring it like that and cutting the excess. Then you're going to fill the entire thing, or almost the entire thing, with your rice. Place your pink heart-shaped cigar towards the bottom and then roll it right up just like you did with the kiramari. Look, I'm not gonna lie and say that this is easy. It was especially difficult to make all of these in one day while filming myself. Luckily for you, I have divided the recipes for all of these kimbap into 4 different kinds of kimbap so that you don't have to make all of them all at once if you don't want to. If you do end up making a lot of fancy kimbap, might I recommend that you pack them just like this. Find a really pretty place to go to. Invite your friends, invite your spouse, invite your partner, invite your mom, your dad, invite whoever you want, or don't invite anyone at all. Eat your fancy kimbap, knowing that it'll take about 1% of the time to eat it as it did to make it. I promise. It's worth it. Thanks everyone for joining me. Follow for more fun Korean vegan recipes.